I give it all that I got will never stop. I give it all, straight to the top, will never stop. I give it all that I have, I let it be, cause nobody's better than me. What do you see? Give it all. Yeah, all that I got, I give it everything. They lost the plot, they think I'm menacing. They wanna talk, but I ain't settling. Circle is tight, feeling like better rings. Whole lot of globetrotter, man, they don't know nada. Bro, gotta show something to me and go harder. So proper, nah, not that, we sure gotta. Me, 100 degrees tougher than Booker T. Couldn't agree more, but could it be? I think higher than them all. Truthfully, my pen fire and then some. Apply the addendum. Take this whole thing for ransom. Give it all I got for attention. Not a mention of life well lived, for instance. Give it all.
Ontario Warriors are here at Robert L Haas Gymnasium to take on the Willard Flashes, two teams that have struggled so far in conference play, looking to clean things up here to start 2025. As you see the Willard Flashes just about set to go. The Willard faithful greet them here tonight. We'll see the Ontario Warriors in a moment. We'll take a quick break, come back live and free on the OH Report.
think it's time to wake 'em up. They've been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can't move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. Time to go hard and put your game face on. Ruthless, ruthless. This is the moment movies get based on. This is the moment movies get based on. Fire in the bones, watch me fire up the songs. Let it burn 'em, burn 'em, burn 'em. Got the fire in the bones. Our desires, they become who we are. We go hard, giving up, no we're not. Yeah, the first step is showing up. Now we're here blowing up. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here. Yeah, the first step is showing up, hit 'em chill. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here.
And time now for your OH Report pregame show, brought to you by today Spherion Mid-Ohio. Jonathon Langdon here with you from Willard, Ohio, as we get set to go for action between the Willard Flashes and the Ontario Warriors, a non-conference battle between two teams that have played each other few and far between, and one side has had the advantage mostly in this rivalry. We'll talk about both of these teams, and we'll start with the road side. The Ontario Warriors here tonight, looking to get back in the win column. 7 straight losses for this crew, headed up by Jeff Moton in his second year. It's been a tight MOAC, however, 2-3 still. They're kind of in the middle of the pack at this point in time. Still plenty of time to turn things around, and that's definitely what they're looking to do here today against the Willard side that's also struggling in their own ways. So 7-game losing streak. They haven't lost to Willard since December of 2012, and you see the opponents that they've been playing and playing close. Ashland most recently, Shelby as well, Madison, all three of those teams pretty solid. And you see that with the scores, they've been able to play them fairly close. And talking about this young team for Ontario, still a lot of improvement that they're definitely going to want to see. Carday Brown, however, has been fantastic. Just a freshman for this crew. His last game against Ashland, he had 25 points, averaging this year 15.9 points per game, 1.7 assists, 3.6 rebounds, also just over 2 steals. This guy's been spectacular coming out of the gates in his first year of varsity action. Also Trendon Flannery, he's someone that I'll say his name a lot, 14.5 points per game for him. So for this team, those two are the guys to watch out for this Ontario Warriors team. How about Willard? Let's talk about them. The Crimson Flashes come into today 3-6 on the year. It's kind of a new era for them. Max Dawson was such a spectacular player. He is now at Ashland University playing basketball for them. Graduated last year, and his brother Mason still sticking around, still a solid piece to this roster, but still outside of him, Mason's a junior. They've got 3 seniors. One of them you're going to see starts tonight. 2 of them come off the bench. And then they've got 4 freshmen that we're going to talk about throughout this broadcast as well that play a big role. So very similar to Ontario, a younger-looking squad from the Willard Crimson Flashes. Their player spotlight today. There are a lot of options. Talked about Mason Dawson. However, I'm going to go with Jacob Rothar, who is a freshman himself, just to keep with that theme for the player spotlights along with Ontario. Rothar 6 points per game, 4.5 rebounds per game. Keep in mind, this kid's 5'11". He's snagging 4.5 rebounds a game, and he actually is top 10 in the conference in offensive rebounding. He plays with heart out there, also 2.7 assists. He is their primary playmaker, so his name will be said a lot as he brings the ball down the floor here this evening. So Jacob Rothar, also Mason Dawson I brought up. Kellen Cooper is one of those seniors. He's the one that starts. Jackson Hall, another freshman stud, averaging 14 points per game. Don't let the record fool you, folks. This Willard team is really good. And the same thing can be said about Ontario. Even though they're 2-8, they have played tight in some of these games. The scoring for them has been most of the issue. They've gone down from 58 points per game last time I saw them against Upper Sandusky. They've dropped all the way down to 53 points per game. They've scored 48 points per game in their last 4 or 5 contests. So scoring's got to pick up for Ontario. The same thing can be said for Willard. They average 47 points per game. That's dead last in the Sandusky Bay division. So if you're looking for an offensive showcase, probably not going to be here tonight unless something changes from both of these sides that they desperately need moving forward in this season. Pep band here, one of the better atmospheres, Willard High School, that we have in high school basketball in the OH.REPORT region. You're going to see it on full display here tonight. We'll take a quick break, come back with starters, keys to the game, and tip-off here on the OH.REPORT.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH.REPORT.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services: restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, denturals and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Think it's time to wake 'em up. They've been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant.
And it's time to wrap up our pregame show here on the OH Report. If you're listening with us live and free on Facebook and YouTube, it's just about time for tip-off. And Spherion Mid-Ohio wraps this up here with our pregame show. Jonathon Langdon with you. On camera tonight is Shane Young here from Willard High School as Ontario and the Warriors take on the Crimson Flames, or Crimson Flashes, excuse me. Both starting lineups being announced. We'll go ahead and talk about keys to victory. We'll start with Ontario. I think the key for them, Willard struggles rebounding the basketball. Their last game against Tiffin Columbia, and they were out-rebounded 29-13. So if you can crash the glass here tonight, you can take advantage, get some offensive rebounds, get some buckets. That would be huge if you're Ontario. Also, keep the Flashes in front. I remember when I watched this team against Upper Sandusky, the amount of transition points that I saw from the Rams stunned me. I just think if they can get back on defense, they can lock down this Willard Flashes team that really struggles offensively. Don't give them anything for free. Get back on defense, get set to go, and then in the half court, you should be able to take care of Willard, a team with a lot of youth that is still developing their offensive game. Then for the Willard Crimson Flashes, I think for them, you just got to force some freshman mistakes. Of course, you're a young team yourself. You're going to make some, but if you can kind of trade off mistakes and maybe even have a bigger advantage in that category, that'll help you win this game. Also, stay cool, calm, collected. Ontario is going to throw a lot at you, and if you can kind of just keep yourself at bay, don't force too many turnovers, kind of goes hand in hand with key number one. Just don't make too many big mistakes. Don't turn the ball over, and make sure you're ready for what Ontario defensively is going to do to you here tonight. Taking it back out to the court, we'll go ahead and go off and list off the starting lineups, starting with Ontario. Here on the road, they start 2 juniors, a sophomore, and 2 freshmen. Caden Chase, number 15, a junior 6'3" forward. Remington Schroeder, the point guard, a 5'10" junior guard wearing number 20. Number 21, the big fella, Jameer Jones, is a sophomore. And then those 2 freshmen we talked about at length in our pregame show before the break, Carday Brown and Trendon Flannery. Brown wearing number 25 and Flannery wearing number 30. They're both 6-foot guards. And for Willard, they start 2 freshmen as well. So combined with these 2 teams, 4 of the 10 players are freshmen that will trot out onto the field to start this game. Jacob Rothar is one of them, 5'11" guard, averaging 6 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists a game, wearing number 1. Also, Bryson Likens, he's the senior, one of the 2 seniors that will start here tonight. Senior 6'4" guard/forward. Then Jackson Hall, the freshman 6'2" forward, wearing number 3. Kellen Cooper, the second senior, stands 5'10". He is a guard wearing, I don't think I said it, number 15, and then number 23, Mason Dawson, son of Max, who graduated last year as one of the best players in Willard Flashes history. But Mason here to do his thing for the next 2 years. He's a junior, stands 6'2". Put 8 minutes on the clock. 2 teams ready to get out onto the floor. Want to thank you so much for joining us live and free on Facebook and on YouTube. Want to thank also our sponsors bringing us here tonight. Thanks to Ebert Dental Group, general dentistry for all ages, now offering injections and fillers. Thanks to Sutton Bank, earn the cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Kasasa. And then thank you to Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent and community bank. We'll get to some of our other sponsors as this broadcast goes on tonight. Dawson and Chase will jump to get us started here tonight. Tip is won by Willard, and they'll take things to their end. 3-6 overall on the year for the Flashes as they set up their offense. They're 2-2 in conference. They turn it over on the first possession. Active hands by Chase. It falls in the lap of Schroeder. Here is Trendon Flannery. Wasn't our player spotlight today. Carday Brown, his counterpart as a freshman, was, but he is just as dangerous. Caden Chase down low, fades away, misses short. And Willard will take it the other way. Again, don't expect too much offense here tonight. These 2 teams have struggled to score as of late. Willard averaging 47 points per game. That's last in the conference. Ball down low. Dawson, drop, step, he traveled. So that's back-to-back possessions that will end in turnovers for Willard. They had 10 of those in the last game against Tiffin Columbian, a game they lost 54-49. Now a turnover on the other end, as Jameer Jones was not on the same page as Carday Brown. Bringing it down the floor, ball gets into the wing, then a ball poked away. Another turnover, 3 straight here for Willard. Schroeder down the floor, finds an open Flannery, he misses. A little bit to the left, rebound by Rothar. Lobs it up top, Dawson in space, he'll go to the basket to score it. First bucket of the game for either side, it goes to Willard with Mason Dawson. Caden Chase left open in the corner, and he responds quickly. Mechanics Bank brings you that replay. Caden Chase, I considered putting him down as the player spotlight here today because we knew rebounding was going to be a big aspect to this game. He's going to be the one that helps you do that here tonight, averaging 6 boards a game. But I think also it's more important for you to put points on the board. So Carday Brown, he's a solid choice. Speaking of putting points on the board, there's Rothar. Gives the Flashes a 4-3 lead here early in the first, 2 minutes gone. Jones almost has it poked from behind, goes back out to Flannery. And he flushes it home. 2 threes early here for Ontario. Spin move by Jackson Hall in space. He leaves his defender in the dust and gets it in. Jackson Hall, remind you, he's just a freshman. Putting on moves here today in some varsity action. Jameer Jones scores quickly to make it 8-6. Now baskets starting to fall with regularity on both sides of the floor. There's a foul around the free throw line. Schroeder will pick it up. So it seems Flashes really want to get it to the free throw line, then do their work from there, either at the free throw line or at either elbow. They do draw a foul. That's the first foul of the game, either side. So Ontario's first. Again, picked up by Schroeder. So here's Dawson. Gets cut off, spins around, and again, he traveled. Yeah, maybe just an extra step in there. You can make the call at home. Broadcasters don't make great officials. You've seen the same thing on the other end as well, where Ontario wants to catch it at the elbows and then do their work from there. Jones caught it earlier in the possession. Now he gives it off to Carday Brown. Gets double teamed immediately. Jones will go to work on Dawson. Fading away, he banks it home. Solid start for Jameer Jones. He has 4 here today. As we go the other way, Rothar is blocked and Jones collects. Nice defense by him and Carday Brown. Close to halfway done here with quarter number 1. As Flannery with a heat check misses short. Willard need help at the half-court line as Kellen Cooper picked up his dribble. Finds Rothar. Sitting at the elbow, handoff nearly taken away. Ball out to Hall. He hoists a 3, shot no good. Rebound Jones, Flannery leads the break. In and out move, goes to the basket. Wedges it off of the back iron and in. Ontario has doubled Willard's score. Carday Brown playing good defense so far, and the other freshman Hall. Rothar goes through the lane, and he banks it home. Not shying away from contact at all as Jacob Rothar scores. He has 4 here in this game. Dive for the ball, won by Willard. Rothar doesn't have the numbers, kicks it off. Cooper goes down low, keeps his pivot alive, misses off the side of the backboard. Schroeder navigates. Finds Flannery, baseline drive, hop through, almost lost the basketball, now he does. Other way we go with Willard. Rothar, too much off the window, and it hits him out of bounds. Willard doing the dirty work here so far. Rothar just sped himself up. Too hard off the glass. Ontario takes over in a 12-8 ball game. Warriors have rained in 2 threes. Willard, none so far here in this game. Threes came from Flannery and also Caden Chase here in this near side corner. Cam Powers holds it out top, gives it off to his teammate Grayson Ambrose, who steps into a 3. Talk about a quick trigger. Flashes looking to respond. They cannot. And here's an offensive piece for Ontario. Trey Fowler, who drives in, gets it off of Willard. What a revelation he has been for this team. Trey Fowler averaging 7.8 points per game. That's 3rd on the team behind the 2 freshmen. He's just a gifted scorer, and he's going to get better as the years go on. He's a sophomore wearing number 12 in blue. Trey Ramey checks in. His shot misses, and Willard lets it go out. Sticking with Fowler, number 12 in blue. I saw him play against Upper Sandusky in the JV game. He had 35 points. Safe to see why he's earned such involvement in this offense here in the last couple of games. Just trying to provide some sort of scoring outside of the 2 freshmen they rely on so heavily. Cooper picks up his dribble, lobs it into Dawson. Just 2 points for Mason so far. He'll get the basketball back as Fowler defends him. 1.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. As Jackson Hall takes the basketball. Fowler switches onto him. And then a foul on the entry pass as they looked for Jonas Tackett. That one will go on Brian Carrizal, who's in the game, number 22. Don't think team fouls will play a factor here into the first quarter. Just 2 fouls for Ontario. Nothing yet for Willard. Rothar just inside the 3-point line goes to Mason Dawson. Dawson 14 points a game, goes back to Rothar. Cooper, with under a minute left, runs into a brick wall. And now a whistle. The brick wall in question was Brian Carrizal. He picks up the foul. I didn't think it was anything too crazy, but that's his 2nd, team 3rd. Dawson off a curl. Keeps his footwork, fades away, may have been a piece. Good defense from Ontario to keep a score. They keep the 4-point lead. Ambrose, he's feeling it. Off the back iron off. Tipped out by Willard, right to Ontario. Here is Trezon Fowler with the tray. That's the 4th for Ontario here in the quarter. Nice paint touch pass out for a 3. Fowler is on the board here early in the game. Fowler was quiet against Ashland in their last game where they lost 59-46. Just 2 points for him in that game. But just with the feel of this game so far, you got to think he's going to surpass that and more. He already has surpassed it with that 3 alone. Clock continues again. 20 seconds left here in quarter number 1. 18-8 Ontario with an offensive showcase here in the first quarter. Catch, shoot, shot no good for Jackson Hall. Fight for the rebound, stays with no. Fowler got it. And he's going to run. Fowler through the lane, layup short, tipped out, and there's Flashes there with 0 to go. Cooper lost his footing, looked a little awkward too. And he misses the three. That takes us to the end of one. Warriors 18, Crimson Flashes 8. Remind you, Ontario has won not the last 9 meetings with the Crimson Flashes. They have not lost to Willard since 2012. We'll see if that trend continues here on the OH Report.
Hey Cam, what's going on? I've been busy. Jeez, I've been doing fillings, root canals, crowns, extractions, dentures. What you been up to?
Yeah, I've done all that, and I've done implants and Invisalign, and I'm waiting to do the girls' Botox and filler. So you just sit here and I'll take care of it all?
Good luck with the women.
Ebert Dental Group is a family-run general dentistry practice. We are able to provide most treatments without having long-distance referrals. We accept most insurances and are accepting new patients now.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up.
Ontario will have the basketball to start the second quarter. Solid start for them, 18-8. As we enter the second pair of 8 minutes. Jameer Jones, number 21, has 4 points so far for this team. And Chase hit a three earlier, that time straight away, he misses. Jacob Rothar had 4 points for Willard in that first frame. He brought it up the floor. Ball moves around now for the Flashes. Rothar catches this out top. Defended by Carday. Brown almost comes away with the steal. Rothar crossover move, goes to his right. He's stopped, gives it up. Hall has not gotten the three ball going quite yet. He waits here, finds a nice pass down low to Kellen Cooper. First 2 points of the quarter go to Willard. They get a steal immediately on the other end. Dawson steps through, layup too long. Little off to the right. Brown lobs it up ahead. Chase kicks it out. Flannery for three. No, but the follow. Remington Schroeder putting a stamp on this game. Nobody boxed him out. It was an easy lane to the basket. Flashes being played really tight out on the perimeter. However, there, Cooper gets open, misses the three. 20-10, Warriors still with the lead. Nice pass down low, Jones missed the layup. And it's brought in by Cooper. Cooper finds a guard, Jackson Hall. With Jameer Jones defending, gets past him, steps into the basket, and he floats it home. Willard winning the quarter, 4-2 so far here in the first 2 minutes. Carday Brown still scoreless, looking to change that here. Left-handed floater, too hard off the glass. Jackson Hall in and out move. He's in a crowd, gets out of it, and goes in. Jackson Hall averages 14 points a game for this team, and he has already got 6 here today. Not even halfway through the second quarter as Flannery misses a floater. Schroeder almost comes away with the steal. Dawson able to get it out to Cooper. Nearly 3 minutes played here in the second. Three balls not been falling quite yet for the Flashes here tonight. Hall's taken a couple, he's missed them all. Rothar steps in, pass deflected, and Flannery flies in for the steal. This ball will roll out of bounds as Flannery knew it went last off of Willard, so he kind of just watched it out. Coach Bedingfield for Willard, figuring out his personnel. Looks like there's a sub still waiting to come in, but now he'll be waved off. He'll come in a little bit later. Tackett was the one that was late to the scorer's table. It's Caleb Weaver, a freshman guard wearing number 5, checks in for the first time this evening. He'll defend Flannery on the ball. Brown rips through, gets to the basket, but they'll say he carried. Official was right there, made the call. If he didn't, Carday Brown was going to get his first points of the day. He was wide open down low. And now a foul in the backcourt. And that will go on Brown. Just his first, however. So after that foul, I believe, yep, it will be the second team foul, just the first for Carday. Ball over the top, they lob it to Hall, spin move into the lane. Perfectly executed play, and Jackson Hall has 8 here in half number 1. It's a 4-point game. Ontario, they had a lead of 10 before this outburst from Willard. Hall looking to add to his total will go to Dawson unselfishly in the corner. Shot no good, but a foul down low as Chase tugged at the jersey of Caleb Weaver. Look at the pass from Hall just a few moments ago. Pass to Hall a few moments ago to make it 20-16. Last foul went on Caden Chase. That's his first. Baseline inbound, lobbed over top. Cooper catches it at the elbow. Goes back to Mason Dawson. Fakes the 3. Drive, kick, Weaver. Back up top the Hall. Ball movement is smooth here from Willard. Cooper to the basket. No good. Shot may have been altered by Trey Ramey, who's in the game. Trey Fowler open again. He hits it again from nearly the same spot he hit the last. Extends the lead to 7. Breaks a big run for Willard. Weaver faces up towards the basket. Goes out to Cooper. Left wing triple. And a timeout by Willard. Coach Bedingfield wants to talk. Tried to take an earpiece out and see if I could hear Coach Bedingfield. Not really picking up much. But he went right to Cooper. He was happy about the 3, but he definitely had some words to say about maybe his defensive play in the last couple of possessions. Because they left Trezon Fowler, who now has 6 points, wide open for 3 in front of the Willard student section that has shown out here today, by the way. Looks like it's camo night, but not everybody got the memo. So that timeout was called by Willard. We'll have 4 to go in the game. 2 team fouls for Ontario. Nothing yet in the entire game for Willard. Ball down low. Fowler misses the layup. Offensive rebound, however, stays with Ontario. Ambrose. He'll shoot another 3. No. Fowler skies high for the rebound. Goes at the basket. How about Trezon Fowler here to start this game? He has 8. Fowler, oh, big hit there on a foul. That's going to be the 3rd on Brian Carrizal. He's the only guy so far that's really in any foul trouble. He'll go to the bench. But I was going to say, Hall with 8 points as he now goes to the bench for Willard. Fowler with 8 points. Those are the 2 leading scorers of this contest so far. Cooper had a wide open Rothar. He just missed him. He was down low on the block waiting for a pass. Cooper, however, will go to the basket. Hard contact, no foul. Trey Fowler steps through. Nobody can guard him at this point. He's just missing a floater. Another fight for an offensive rebound. Ball lost, kicked back out. Ambrose looking for a third triple. And he has it. Correction, his second three of the game. He's got 6. 28-19. If you know, you know. Red alert here for Willard. Dawson spins right into a foul as Grayson Ambrose will pick it up. They're going to call it a shooting foul, so Mason will shoot 2 free throws. A 68% free throw shooter. He's just inept at drawing contact. He's very good at getting to the line. He shoots the most free throws in the Sandusky Bay Conference as he makes the first shot. Brings it to a 28-20 score. And a second also falls through. 28-21. Mason Dawson last game willed themselves to staying close against that Tiffin Columbian Tornado squad that took him down ultimately 54-49. But Mason Dawson in that game had 22 points. He was 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. They just have not seen the same fortune from 3 here in this game. And Hall on the up fake looks to have traveled according to the officials. You'll see the look here. He picked up that left foot too early. .135 here left in half number 1. Trey Fowler picks it up again, goes into a double, out to Ambrose. Heat check, way off. Ramey saves it, but right to Willard. And Cooper again picks up his dribble early. Staying conservative, but sometimes that can get you in a pickle if you take a dribble and just pick it up right after. Flashes keep possession as Cooper will come and set a screen for Mason Dawson. Freshman play catch. Rothar plays the baseline. He has it taken away. Lob up ahead, and Willard gets it back. Hall stops on a dime. Fade away jumper rattles home. Back and forth here in the second quarter as Willard has brought it within 5 again. It was a 10-point game at the end of 1. It is a 15-10 second quarter in favor of the Crimson Flashes. Ontario wants to hold for the last shot. Fowler will go baseline. This time he'll lob it up, and a charge is called. Mason Dawson got in there. Look, there may have been a late shuffle of feet. The officials call it a charge. I like the call, even though it was close. So that'll be the first foul on Trey Fowler. So he leads the team with 8 points. 6 points for Grayson Ambrose on 2 threes. And then Jameer Jones with 4, both in the first quarter. Both buckets, I should say, in the first quarter. Fowler almost got a steal. Out to Hall. Still have not seen a 3 drop for Willard. As the buzzer sounds here at the half, 28-23. This is going to be back and forth pretty much all game, I would assume, because these two teams, close in record, close in competitiveness, and they're both very youthful. It'll be fun to see how this ends up here. When we come back from halftime, we'll have our halftime break and the start of the third quarter here live and free on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services: restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, denturals and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, but you know we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. Time to go hard and put your game face on. Ruthless, ruthless. This is the moment movies get based on. This is the moment movies get based on. Fire in the bones, watch me fire up the songs. Let it burn 'em, burn 'em, burn 'em. Got the fire in the bones. Our desires, they become who we are. We go hard, giving up, no we're not. Yeah, the first step is showing up. Now we're here blowing up. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go.
And time now for your halftime show here on the OH Report, brought to you by Spherion Mid-Ohio. What a first half we saw from both teams. We've got a 28-23 halftime score, a 5-point deficit, not too crazy. At the end of one, it was 18-8, so 15-10 second quarter makes things a little bit closer as we head into the third frame. Just about 3 minutes left before we do start the third quarter. It's raining threes for Ontario, and then on the other end, it's hardly even sprinkling for Crimson Flashes from deep. 6 threes for Ontario have fallen here in this game. 2 of them from Trey Fowler, 2 of them from Grayson Ambrose, and then a 3 each for Caden Chase and Trendon Flannery. So they're able to knock down some shots from beyond the arc that has gotten them a comfortable lead, especially after the end of the first quarter. But since that point, it's been a little back and forth. We saw Willard go on a 6-0 run to bring things within 4. And then at that point, Ontario got out to a little bit more of a lead. Willard brought it back down. And then now we're kind of in that back and forth phase of the game and could stay there for the remainder of. On the other end, for the crew from Willard, they did have a 3 drop from Kellen Cooper, but that's the lone 3 today for the Crimson Flashes. And then leading the way in scoring, 10 points from Hall. Jackson Hall, the freshman, he's had 10 points in their last game total against Tiffin Columbian. Already met that total here today. And there's a reason. He's 5th in the conference in scoring, averaging 14.3 points per game. It's fun for Willard because you could call this kind of a growing year for them, even though they've got high aspirations still, even with all the pieces they lost. But in this kind of year where you're struggling a little bit compared to the other years in the record column, you've got 2 top 5 scorers in the conference, which is really special to have. And with the youth of them, neither of them is a senior. One of them's a freshman, because Jackson Hall putting up 14.3 points per game. That's 5th. And then Mason Dawson, just one step above of him, 14.4, and he's a junior. You got another year of him. Got to like where the Flashes are. They're showing flashes of potential here tonight against Ontario. Couple final shots here for both teams before we get started with the third quarter. And before we do, want to thank the rest of our sponsors here tonight, bringing us to Willard High School. I do really love this gym. It's one of the biggest ones we have in our area. Student section always shows up loud and proud, regardless of record. You're seeing that here tonight. So thanks to our sponsors who brought us here today, this evening, to give you this coverage. Thanks to Ebert Dental Group, Spherion Mid-Ohio, Sutton Bank, Mechanics Bank, and then also thank you to Home and Kitchen Supply, your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows, and doors since 1970. And one final message from Spherion before we enter the third quarter. Spherion Mid-Ohio is proud to support local athletes. We know the foundations that make great employees are woven into the teamwork, focus, drive, and perseverance given in each practice and game. Spherion Mid-Ohio, their final message before the third quarter. Let's get to work. Ontario got the ball to start the second. Willard will get it here to start the third. Another big storyline for Ontario, Carday Brown. He was our player spotlight today. He is scoreless as we enter the third quarter. Rothar holds it out top in a slow tempo. Didn't see much of this. And it's gotten really quiet here in the gym as well as we start the second half. Turnover from Willard. Carday Brown trying to break his lock in scoring, and that he does. Gets Ontario off to a solid start. Warriors up 7. Playing some full court pressure. Trying to force some turnovers from Willard. Rothar goes right up over Chase. Shot no good. Tip out. Last off of Bryson Likens. So we'll go to the Warriors side. Remington Schroeder gets the offense going. Handoff, Flannery takes a screen from Chase, passes into Jones, ball tipped away, back to safety. Chase left wide open. Misses the three, hit one in the first quarter. He's been cold since. Schroeder on the block in a double team. Back out to Chase, pass down low. Jones, hop step, floater, rattles in. 4-0 run to start the third quarter. Rothar steps through, too hard off the window. Schroeder in transition. He'll go at the basket, and he's fouled by Cooper. Did a good job faking me out. I thought he was going to pass it to Flannery, but does just as good of a job going up, drawing the foul, and Schroeder will shoot two. Schroeder just shy of 7 points per game this year. He was someone they relied on to score the basketball last year as well. But he's been able to take a slight step back and work on his facilitating. He struggled at the line. He misses there. And the junior 5'10" guard with the second will see that through. So the lead is back to 10 for Ontario. Hasn't gotten any bigger than this lead of 10 at all in this game. Rothar plenty of space as they get into the half court. Hall goes in and scores again. Jackson Hall has 12. Jones steps through again. Same spot he hit the last basket. No, Schroeder thought he was fouled when he got the offensive rebound. No call. Hall through the entire Ontario defense. 14 points. Schroeder is shoved out of bounds. We'll show you this look after the replay. It's the latter end of that basket and what followed. Schroeder was wide open on the other side, a little bit far ahead of him, but he did draw the foul on Mason Dawson. 2 minutes in to the third. 33-27, Flannery, too much space in front of his bench. He knocks it down. Flannery up to 8 points. And an interception. Schroeder fakes the three, drives in, lays it up. Count the basket. What a start to the second half for Ontario. And what a start for Remington Schroeder. He's got 5 quick points. He'll look to convert the and one. No, he cannot, but Jones nearly got the rebound. Whistle's blown. Official calls a foul. First foul for Jones. See a lot of ones on the board for the players on the floor with Ontario. Good job spreading out the fouls, so you don't have to worry about them too much, with the exception of Brian Carzal, who has 3 on the bench. He's not someone that plays too many minutes, so you can live with that if you're Coach Moton. Hall again. How about the game he's having here today with 16? Just spins away from a double and uses the glass. That has been kind to him all game long. We've got a timeout on the floor. How about the start to this third quarter? 3 minutes in, 16 points. I told you the offense wasn't going to be too crazy, but it feels like it has been. In spurts, I should say. Again, Willard averages about 47 a game. They're at 29 right now. Could definitely see some improvement. Ontario averages 53, so they're on pace for sure. But spurts like these, where you score 16 points combined in 3 minutes, make you completely disregard what I said about these two teams and their offensive struggles this season. So that timeout was called by Willard. That's their second of the game. Ontario still has all 5 of theirs. And with 5:06, Warriors will bring it up the floor. It has been the Trendon Flannery and Trey Fowler show. Flannery grabs the ball here. He's got 8 points. Fowler has just as many. He sits on the bench still. He's yet to check in here in the second half. Chase, stop, pop. Gets it to go from 2-point range. 40-29. See if the Flashes can weather this offensive storm. Off balance 3 is no good from Cooper, missed everything. Carday Brown kicks out. Flannery keeps the possession alive. Chase will take one short. And Jackson Hall continues to dissect this defense from Ontario. That time, though, he traveled. Flannery defended by Logan West, Logan West. Carday Brown loses his dribble, goes to Chase in the corner. He's taking a lot of shots today. He'll take another, but it misses again. Just 5 points for Caden Chase. Crossover by Rothar. Gives it up to Hall. Jackson Hall, 16 points on the game, gets past Brown. Another jumper, this time not enough on it. Brown, cross-court pass, Flannery, catch, shoot, swish. The lead swells for Ontario, 43-29. And Flannery's the first to double figures for Ontario with 11 points. Dawson out, Cooper. He gets the bounce. Just the second 3 of the game to go for Willard, both of them at the hands of Kellen Cooper. Chase made the basket, but he traveled first. Camera got cut off by Schroeder, but did pick up his pivot foot. Jackson Hall will take a breather, get a talk from Coach Bedingfield. Into the game comes Caleb Weaver. Full court pressure intensifies from Willard. They have not moved an inch. And a timeout called by Coach Bedingfield, wisely done because they turned it over. But they got the whistle. Just a 30-second timeout, but Willard only has 2 timeouts left. And again, I emphasize it, Ontario has all 5. As we take this break, give you a scoop, the inside scoop on what's coming up here on the OH Report. K-Maction is going to take over Wednesday. Tomorrow we've got 2 girls games, Cardington at Fredericktown and then Northmore at Centerburg. Both of those games have 7:15 tips on the schedule. Then on Thursday, just 1 game. It'll be in the OCC. No, not the Ohio Cardinal Conference, the Ohio Capital Conference. Big Walnut will travel to Westerville North, and we'll have that for you live and free on the OH Report. Out of the timeout, Rothar has it out top for Willard, and he is blocked. First action of the game from Zane Curry, and he makes a big stop defensively. Cam Powers leads the break, goes right on top of the Willard defender that took a shot there at the end. It's Bryson Likens who is up and okay. What a collision right there. It looked like he got stepped on maybe. I don't know if Cam Powers was able to let up in time. But a dangerous look, and grateful everyone's okay in that situation. Willard really spread out here on this press break. They get it to the middle, but Rothar collapses on quickly. Goes to Hall. Near side, Dawson kicks it out. Cooper, this will be his third triple, and he has it. Kellen Cooper, a 36% three-point shooter, showing you why here tonight. That forces the first time out from Ontario today. Looking at Coach Moton, he is not happy with the lapse in coverage. The Warriors, they've made it easy on themselves. Only one player for Willard is knocking down threes. It's just unfortunate that that one player, Kellen Cooper, continues to get himself open. Wonder what Ontario will throw at him here soon with that in mind. So Kellen Cooper, he's got 11 points here on the game after knocking down his third three of the contest. As we get back into play, let us know where you're watching from. This just has the feel, even though Ontario's up by 8, this has the feel that this could go down to the wire. I want to know where you're watching us from on the OH Report, whether on Facebook or YouTube. May be able to get to a shout out later on here in this game. Under 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Fowler checks in for the first time this half. He goes right to work. Shot missed. Dawson rebound. Gets it to Hall. Hall. Defended here by Fowler. A minute and a half now. Tackett goes back to Hall. 16 points for Jackson Hall, the freshman. Pass in stride for Dawson. Gets around the defender. And now a whistle as Fowler is fouled. And it's going to be a full swap here for Ontario. 5 in, 5 out. Something you don't usually see in the high school ranks just happened right there. It's a hockey shift change. Ball lobbed in to Carday Brown. Brown pass to Chase. Baseline drive. I don't know how that bounce pass got to Jones, but it ends up in a wide open Chase, or a wide open Brown three. And then now the ball turned over after the offensive rebound. Dawson has an open path to the basket. The lead is just 4 for Ontario. It has evaporated quickly for the Crew on the road. Chase passes up a 3. It's a wise decision as Jameer Jones was uncontested underneath the basket. Lycan somehow kept his pivot, didn't travel. Under 20 seconds left. Hall to Cooper. Inside, up, and under. 45-41, 8 seconds left. Carday Brown down the floor. Just 2 points for the freshman. Passes out of a shot, gets it right back with 1 to go. He hits it. Carday Brown, his first 3 of the game, comes at a huge time. to end the third quarter at 48-41. We'll take a break and come back with money time here live and free on the OH Report.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
And here we go with the final 8 minutes, live and free on the OH Report from Willard High School. The Flashes taking on Ontario. Carde Brown just hit a huge three to bring the lead to 7 for the Warriors here on the road as we start this fourth quarter. Ontario will start with the basketball. Schroeder will inbound, having some fun with some fans there in the bleachers. He'll now get it in to start the fourth. Carde Brown just 5 points here in this game. That 3 at the end of the third was big for him. This ball's deflected. We'll go into the backcourt. Ontario picks it up. Jameer Jones holds onto the ball now. He has 8. Schroeder with 5. Now out to Flannery with 11, trying to add to it. Shot no good. Mason Dawson the rebound. Goes behind the back, crosses the court, up the middle. He's fouled from behind. See if it's before the shot. And that's what it is. So no shots for Mason. Baseline inbound instead. Then for Willard leading the way, Jackson Hall has 16 points. Kellen Cooper with 13. Mason Dawson with 8. And another foul on Ontario. The personals adding up here in the quarter where you don't want them to. Already 2 team fouls. Just 32 seconds played here in the fourth. Mason will load it up again. Finds Hall. Hall dribbles it back out top. They'll run a play. Screen to the left for Dawson. Flannery switches on. Hall open for 3. And the woes from beyond the arc continue. Here for Willard. Ontario the other way. They haven't had any of those themselves. And that right there may be the story of this game. If Ontario comes out on top with a 10-point lead, they haven't had a lead bigger than this. Only 2 triples have dropped tonight for Willard. Correction, 3 triples. All 3 of them have been from Kellen Cooper. Rothar has it poked away, gets it back, passes it off to Likens, who scores down low. It's a first score for Bryson Likens, the senior 6'4" guard / forward. Ontario content to kind of just dribble out some clock with an 8-point lead. Flannery puts some moves on. Cooper forcing them to the baseline. Chase a long 2. Leaves it short. Hall the rebound. He pushes to Mason Dawson. Better job closing out on Cooper, and this time it forces a turnover. Thought there may have been a whistle behind the play, but no, just a timeout. Ontario calls it, just a 30-second. I think the consensus, or maybe the reason for that timeout right there from Coach Moton, he did not like the shot that was taken on the last possession at all. It was Caden Chase. He was open, but it was a long two. He hasn't been hitting at a consistent rate tonight. They just want to make sure they're getting the best high percentage looks. And a mid-range jumper tonight from Caden Chase is not going to do it. New look on the floor for Ontario. Trey Ramey checks in, Chase to the bench. You can tell he's a little frustrated as he goes to take a seat. Flannery will bring it up the floor. Carde Brown, Jameer Jones, and Remington Schroeder round out the group on the floor for the boys in blue. Willard throwing a trap 2-3 at the Warriors out of the timeout. Far corner, Schroeder shoots one up. That's another not so good look. That's taken by the Warriors. Cooper spins in the lane. They call an offensive foul. Maybe an extension of the arm. We'll see this second look. Jones had the ball poked away. And that's a pretty good job there from Carde Brown, selling the contact and bringing the ball the other way. Another opportunity for the Warriors to extend their lead. They've got an 8-point advantage. 51-43 with 5 minutes left. Jones nearly lost it. He may have lost it. And now a foul on the floor. It looked like Willard was going to get that ball, but a late foul on Likens keeps it with Ontario on the far end. Flannery lobs over top. More time ticks. Schroeder finds himself open for three. He missed the one on the last possession. This time he makes it count. It's an 11-point lead. That's the largest of the night. Dawson, triple team. Ball swings around. Rothar for three. In and out. Rebound, Ontario. It's a 2-on-2. Schroeder wisely holds up. More clock will come off. Brown rips through, baseline to the basket, no. Jackson Hall stops at the elbow, or stops at the block. Misses another shot. Ends up in the hands of Cooper. Oh, almost taken away. Dawson gets it. Steps into the paint, out to Cooper. Off balance three. What a shot from Kellen Cooper, who has it going from deep. That's his fourth of the game. The angle I have here in the gym, I could tell that was going in right away. Kellen Cooper, keep feeding that man. We've got another timeout. This one called by Willard. They've got one left. They're not going to call the final one anytime soon with 3:45 left. Just want to motivate the guys here if you're Coach Joe Bedingfield. Will them to try and get back into this down 8. Then maybe you can consider calling some timeouts in the late stretches to help your team come from behind and win this game. If they do come back to win, keep it in the back of your mind. It would be an 11-point comeback with 4.5 minutes left in the fourth. So here we go, Ontario. As they've done all fourth quarter, just trying to drain this clock. They enter it down low. Ramey, drop step move. No good, but a shove. Nice entry pass. Put on a platter really only where Ramey could get it. And then now Likens, he'll pick up another foul. That's his second. First free throw from Ramey. Too hard off the glass. They like what Ramey does offensively. We saw him play in the JV game before this. Mainly, I think, defensively is where he needs to start working on things. Fundamentally, just a freshman, that's another piece that's going to be big for them 3 years from now. So here's Dawson going to attack. Kicks, Likens, layup. 54-48, Willard now down 6. Ramey, nice pass into Jones, no good. And a nice rebound saved in by Rothar. Jackson Hall, 16 points. He has not scored here in the fourth. It'll be Mason Dawson, leaves it short. And now a foul. We'll see what the whistle is. A hook on Willard. Likens, another foul. It's his third. That is 4 team fouls for Willard, one more. Ontario will be going to the line the rest of the game. Flannery down low, nice extra pass. Ramey lays it in. Two and a half minutes left. Things got to start picking up right now if you're Willard. Hall, he is fouled hard as he hits the deck. Free throws coming. Just look at the ball movement here from Ontario. Student section got a little loud there, not sure what for. But right now, if you're Ontario and if you can pass the ball like that every single possession, you'll have this game on lock in the next 2, maybe even 3, or 3, maybe even 2 possessions. Jackson Hall breaks his scoring drought. He now has 17 on the night. Could really use another one to drop here with no time running on the clock. Cooper along with Logan West, they're both in to rebound if this is missed. It is missed, but nice rebound by Jameer Jones. Brown spins away from a defender. Cross-court pass. Lucky to get it to a teammate. Schroeder drives in, poked away. Logan West with the steal. Lob over top. Here he goes, down low. The freshman cannot get the basket, but he does get the foul. Free throws coming. Jackson Hall, what a game he's had. That was one you felt like he needed to get in. What a momentum shifter that would have been. Now all you can hope for is, can he get both of these free throws in? Ooh, just sneaks that one in. Willard down 6. 18 for the 6'2 freshman, shooting 72% from the line. And he knocks it through when Willard needed it most. Flannery, Hail Mary pass tipped up, goes right to Ramey, and he knocks it in. So erase those 2 free throws from your memory, Willard fans. You need more points. You've only got 1:40 to do it. Hall sets a screen, or gets a screen from Cooper. Dawson missed a 3 badly earlier. And he picks up a foul here. That'll be a reach in, it looks like, on Schroeder. Ontario's 5th foul. So free throws until the buzzer here for Willard. Mason Dawson sees the first one through. He's got 9 here on the night. It's the 3rd leading scorer tonight. Put him up to 10 after that, 58-53. Flannery catches it near the corner, gets it away. Schroeder now facing pressure, and he finds Carday Brown. Ramey, Euro step, layup, he's fouled. If you're Willard, you'll take it. Ramey's not a great free throw shooter. Mason Dawson, the foul, that's his 2nd. And now both teams will shoot free throws on every foul. Ramey missed both his last trip up. And he misses again. Student section enjoyed that one just a little bit more. He had some words to say for them on the other side of the court a few moments ago. Second one, also off. Rebound Cooper. The lead is 5 for Ontario. 1:15 to go. Dawson down the floor. He'll attack Ramey. Shot blocked, tipped, off the glass. Still with Willard. To the corner, Logan West. Step through and a foul. Carday Brown does not like the call. It'll be his 4th. More free throws. This time Jackson Hall. Hall's first is in. I'll tell you what, this is our first time at the OH Report watching Willard. I'm impressed with this kid, Jackson Hall. He's now got 20 on the night as we see a timeout. I believe called by Ontario, and it is. This will be a full timeout. He is the first to get into 20. He's got 20 of Willard's 54. 16 points for Kellen Cooper. Mason Dawson is the next one with 10. Nobody except for Carday Brown in foul trouble right now. You got 2 fouls for both Cooper and Dawson. 2 fouls on Ontario's side for Schroeder. And then Carday with the 4. Also in for Willard, Elijah Logan West for defensive purposes. I'd make the same argument for Rothar, even though he's in regardless of what you need. But in this instance, defense is what he's going to give you the most of. Still waiting on one more shot at the line for Jackson Hall. 5th in the SBC Bay Division in scoring at 14.3 points per game. The freshman lines up his 2nd shot at the line. Tried to ice him, did not work. It's a 1-possession game, 58-55. Carday Brown catches the short inbound, goes to Jameer Jones. They'll foul him. Wisely, I would say, force him to make some free throws at the line. Hall wraps him up. That'll just be his 2nd foul. Like I said, they're not really worried about who picks up fouls at this point. Of course, unless we get to overtime, then that will play a factor. But the most anyone has for Willard is 2. That ball rattles in for the Warriors with Jameer Jones. The 2nd for Jameer. Off the back iron, Logan West the rebound. Goes right to Hall. 21 points for the freshman, Jackson Hall. Drives to his right, spins, Jones defends, goes to the basket, left-handed layup is good. It is a 2-point game, timeout Ontario. What did I tell you? That's actually going to be the last foul, or the last timeout from Willard. They have none remaining. 2 timeouts left from Ontario. They'll have some wiggle room if they can't get the basketball in here. But what did I tell you? This one was going to be close. Even when we saw Ontario up 10, up 11, that was their biggest lead, 11. You just had that feeling that this was going to come down to the wire, and definitely having the home crowd on your side if you're Willard, that could have been a tell right away, too. Solid crowd here tonight, especially in the student section for Willard. His team is 3-6, remind you, but they've got the support of a 9-0 squad. No Fairweather fans here in Willard. Inbounding here is Grayson Ambrose. He just gets it in to Carday Brown. Brown gets past the double. He'll go to the basket, lobs it over to Flannery. He bobbles the pass. They thought there was a double dribble in there. No call, and now Brown's fouled. Again, every foul sends us to the line, so Carday will shoot 2. It's been a struggle for him tonight, just 5 points for a guy that averages 16 a contests. Can he knock down some shots when it matters the most? He makes the first. It is still a 1-possession game. Can't hold your breath or can't get comfortable just yet. Need to see this one through. Brown's second is a swish. 4-point game. Hall will take it. Not much time left. Approaching 20 seconds here for Willard. Rothar, tight pressure, pass down low. Dawson reverse, misses, but a foul. A very late whistle will be going on Grayson Ambrose. 2 shots for Mason Dawson. Now, I don't have a color guy with me, but I know a couple that I work with that would say, from the officials' point of view, that was a foul where they were waiting to see if the basket went in on whether they would call it or not. Officials do that every so often. I don't know how I feel about that personally in a game like this, but the whistle was called, and here we are. Second free throw missed. Offensive rebound. Jumper is good. Still a 1-point game as Ontario cannot make it 2 possessions with these free throws, but they will still have the lead and will have to shoot some. 6.8 left. That was best case scenario right there if you're Willard. Of course, he wanted to see Dawson make both, but he missed it short. Nobody boxed out the shooter. And that sped up this process for Willard as they try to get back into this game. Bad news, though, is you foul Trendon Flannery, a 71% free throw shooter. In and out. .1 on the clock. Second free throw from the freshman Trendon Flannery finds the courts. Timeout Ontario, 62-60. 1 last chance, maybe 2, if you're lucky, for the Willard Flashes. The writing was on the walls tonight, folks. throughout the entire game, two teams, I said it in the scene setter, two teams struggling in conference play, two teams that have an abundance of youth playing key minutes. It was only a matter of time until they found themselves in a tight game like this. Willard basketball, they can go for the tie. They could take a three to win. Keep an eye on the inbounder, Kellen Cooper. He has 4 threes in the game. He has the ball. Rothar, nobody on him. Across the timeline, almost loses his dribble. Mason Dawson for 3 for the win, no! Buzzer sounds, Ontario with their 3rd win of the season. After a great look from Mason Dawson, just falls a little long. What a game we were treated to here tonight. Ontario 62, Willard 60. We'll recap this one when we come back live and free on the OH Report.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Tight win for you guys here tonight. Trendon Flannery joining us here today. Hit some of the free throws to extend that lead, get a big win for you guys, led the way in scoring. Just talk to me about tight games overall this year. You told me it just feels like every single game's just gone down like this, but you're finally able to pull one back. How's it feel to get this win going back into conference play?
Because we've been through it the whole season, so it's like we just gotta get through a little hump at the end and then just get the W.
Yeah, so Trendon leading the way as a freshman. Not a lot of guys can say that. This Ontario team with a lot of youth, you guys are going to grow just naturally through these games. What has kind of helped speed up that process for you as a leading scorer along with Carday to be able to lead this team and start getting some wins?
We just gotta, like at the beginning of the season, we was like an individual team. We gotta start playing together, team ball, and then like I would say we gotta impact our rebounding and our defensive stops so we can win the game.
And then specifically for this game, coming out, you had a 10-point lead at the end of the first quarter. That shrinks to 5 at half, and then you get out to that 11-point lead halfway through the fourth. That kind of sneaks away. What from this team, just looking at Willard, how do you feel you guys executed down the stretch even though the lead did kind of shrink away a bit?
I would say that we executed like our passes and finishing around the rim. That was a little bit better, but we need to work on our free throws, because we were missing a couple of free throws, so like it was getting the game real close.
And then Trendon, just to wrap things up for you, good win today. Gonna have some big games moving forward, but go ahead and look at the camera. Give any shout outs you want to give.
I shout out my team, my mom, and God. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Trendon. Have a safe drive.
Thank you too.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services: restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, denturals and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Well, we had ourselves some fun here, didn't we, at this game tonight in Willard. It's a post-game show brought to you by Spherion Mid-Ohio on the OH Report, watching on YouTube or Facebook. Thank you for being with us. Want to shout out a couple people watching live on YouTube. Shout out to Micah, watched the finishing stretch of that game, cheering on the Flashes, and then Josh cheering on the Ontario Warriors. Both of those comments on YouTube tonight. 62-60. How about the game we had here? Crimson Flashes had one chance at the end. Mason Dawson almost played hero, knocked down to 3 to win the game. Just missed a little bit long. Just the 3 ball did not drop pretty much for anyone out on the court wearing white, except for Kellen Cooper, who had himself quite the game here tonight. So Ontario, they get their 3rd win of the year. They break a 7-game losing streak. That's the big thing right there. Just breaking losing streaks. You don't like to see those. Nobody likes to see losing streaks. And it always feels 10 times better to win when you're breaking a losing streak like that of 7. So Ontario, they come in here, give Willard their 7th loss of the year. Willard drops to 3-7, and they've got a tough game coming up against Margaretta in conference. So things do not let up for this Willard team. Fortunately, though, they will be here at home for that game against the Polar Bears, who have a really special player in Julian Washington that it will be exciting to see him play against this Willard Flashes team. Breaking down numbers, 23 points tonight for Jackson Hall. It was a really good performance from him here this evening. Just a freshman, really starting to add things up, figuring things out offensively. Just the scoring from him, also 16 points from Kellen Cooper, and then 13 points for Mason Dawson. Those are the 3 primary scorers. 2 others added totals, Likens with 4, and also Jacob Rothar, who was our player spotlight today, just with 4, but his impact was felt much more in every other category instead of the scoring column. And then for the winners today, big game, of course, from Trendon Flannery, who we talked to, 15 points, hit 4 threes here in this game today. Really had it going from beyond the arc, unlike Willard tonight. And then also a lot of contributors today. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 scorers tonight for Ontario. Whenever you can get it done like that with pretty much everybody you bring into the game, you're going to win a lot of games, and that's exactly what they did here tonight. 8 points for Fowler. All of those came in the first half. Also 8 points for Remington Schroeder. 9 points came from Jameer Jones, a very good presence inside. He was much needed here this evening. 7 points from Carday Brown. It was a struggle for him offensively, but still did enough, especially at the end, to knock down some free throws and get this thing done and dusted. 6 points from Grayson Ambrose, both on 3s in the first half, and then 4 points for Trey Ramey, who rounded out the scoring for the Ontario Warriors. That's going to do it for us here today. Before we go, I guess we're not going to do that. My graphic's not working. So we are going to wrap this thing up here tonight. Thank you so much for joining us from Willard High School. I believe we'll be back here on Friday to watch this team take on Margaretta. I'll have to check the schedule. But if we are, make sure to stay tuned live and free on the OH Report. That should be an exciting game just to watch some of the talent Margaretta has. Also, thank you to our sponsors rolling through your screen one final time here this evening. And thank you to both of these teams making this a classic here tonight. Really close, down to the wire game. Ontario takes it 60-60. See you next time on the OH Report.